Rise and grind, gamers. My name is Tetsyumi, and welcome back to some more Disgaea RPG Should You Summon. And today, we are going to be taking a look at Girl Laharl and Mid-Boss from the new banner, the Celebrate Nether Beauty Pageant banner. So I'm actually a bit late to this, and the reason is, yesterday I got back home from camping. I went camping for 3 days, and when I got home I didn't really have time to actually record this video, so I'm recording it now, which it should still hopefully be fine. I mean, the banner came out today, so I'm not super late, but anyway, yeah. But also, before we actually get into this video, look at this. Look at this. Look at this cool thing that I found. This is basically just a giant, like, huge spreadsheet going over, like, most things in Disgaea. Like, there's best story maps to farm, there's these cheat sheets, there's all the characters, tutorial stuff, like, skills, and then, obviously all the banners and stuff. So, if you guys want to go ahead and look at this, this is not made by me. I could not do something this cool. This is made by someone named Meow, and obviously here is the link if you want to copy and paste that. You can look at all this yourself. But yeah, I'm probably just going to be, taking a look at all these banners because I can, take a look at what characters are going to come out, what banners are going to come out before they actually come out, instead of me having to do a ton of searching on the internet like I usually do. But yeah, again, if you guys want to look at this too, just copy this link, or you could, I guess, copy this really long link up here, but don't really know why you do that. But yeah, again, thank you to Meow for doing this. It's really cool. So let's go ahead and cut it and look straight into these characters, Girl Laharl and Mid-Boss. I have not looked at them a lot. I took a sneak peek at them, and they kind of seem... You know what, I'll just let you decide. So let's go ahead and go over their stats. So, stats for Girl Laharl, actually, decently high attack stat, pretty low everything else, apart from speed. So speed and attack are actually not bad. Also, HP isn't terrible either. So, overall, mainly looking at just the stats, could be more of an attacking unit. So, we'll see. Attributes are 50% to fire, minus 25% to water, which you hate to see. Resistances are, basic resistances, 40% across the board, like they literally always are. I have yet to see a character that does not have just 40% everything. Weapon mastery is going to be a 10 in the fist attribute. I also forgot. Girl Laharl is a humanoid fist forte user. Going into her abilities, we have Overlord's Pride, all allies, attack and intelligence plus 13%. We love to see that, affecting everybody. And then we go into enemy plus 1. She gets self, action gauge plus 200 when a turn ends. This is similar to, obviously, she's not here, but this is similar to New York Rosalind, where her main gives you action gauge plus 100 when a turn ends, or when a wave starts, which is pretty much a turn. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Ally with the highest, any 5 is ally with the highest action gauge plus SP, or SP plus 10 when a turn ends. So when a turn ends, when their turn ends, the enemy with the highest, ally with the highest action gauge, I just cannot speak right now, they'll get another plus 10 SP. So basically when their turn comes around again, they're going to have another 20 SP to play with, which will be great if you want to, you just do some regular skills like that. Moving on to her skills, we have this Blazing Knuckle, which is EDE plus 20 to 15 SP single target fire attribute based on the attack stat. Lay the smackdown with a Hellfire infused fist, just a basic punch with some fire. At level 50, she gets Overlord's Wrath, F plus to E, which is an AoE attack. At level 200, she gets Meteor Impact, which is E to D and AoE, and this is an AoE attack, and it also lowers the enemy's action gauge by 100, so that's going to make them a bit slower. And then at any plus 3, she gets this Overlord's Dimension, which is an S power, 70 to 65 SP single, and this will lower the enemy's action gauge by 300%. Or not percent, sorry, just 300. Moving on to her magic spells, at Mastery 4, she gets Star, E to E plus, 20 to 15, single target, Star element based on the intelligence stat, basic attack. At Mastery level 9, she gets this Braveheart, increases the attack of the target by 20 to 35%. So this is an ally. You can put this on anyone in your team and it'll just increase their attack by 20 to 35%. At Mastery 15, she gets this Megastar, which is just going to be the upgraded version of this star, and this time it's doing AoE damage. At level 22, she gets this Mega Braveheart, which is going to be the same thing as this Braveheart, just increasing your ally's attack a little bit more. And then at 30, she's getting Gigastar, which again is just a better version of the Megastar. AoE, doing more damage, cost more SP, you know the drill. Then her nether enhancements are all just, the basic nether enhancements. She gets the sub, unique, sub, and then she gets, parameters plus 30, plus 10, plus 30, just basic parameter increases. So overall, she's actually not a terrible unit. I'll go ahead and put her in the tier list. Oh my god, you know what I actually forgot? I completely forgot to put their stuff in the tier list. Let me go ahead and do that real quick. Alright, that is much better. I have no idea how I managed to forget to do that before I started recording, but I guess I did. But anyway, guys, we are going to go ahead and put Girl Laharl at an A tier. She's going to be our first A tier unit, and the reason I put her at A tier, maybe not S tier or God tier, is because I think her stats are just a little bit worse compared to these guys to be put in, you know, in an S tier. Like, as you can see, she has really high attack stat and pretty good speed stat. Just, you know, her resistance, her intelligence, actually, you know, her defense is pretty okay, but mostly her intelligence, resistance, and, you know, even her defense a little bit. Also, a little bit of her HP too. It's just not I don't think it's as good, it's enough to put her in S tier, basically. Although, the reason she's an A tier, not any lower, is because I really, whoops, I clicked the wrong one. I really like her actual abilities and also her skills. I think her skills are pretty good. Like, she has some AoE skills in here. She has AoEs that are actually doing something, like decreasing the action gauge. Then if you get her magic spells up, she can go ahead and boost some of your teammates by giving them attacks. So overall, I just think she is a pretty solid unit. Alright gamers, moving on to mid-boss, he is a monster physical attack wielder. His stats are actually, you know, selectively pretty good. He has a really high HP stat, it's 130 opposed to Girl Laharl's 112, 41 attack opposed to Girl Laharl's 40, speed 53, you know, Girl Laharl only had 50, although his defense, intelligence, and resistance are where he is lacking. He only has 27 defense, where I'm pretty sure Girl Laharl had like, yeah, almost 40. She had 35 defense, and also, you know, 30 intelligence, 30 resistance, not super great. Attributes, 15 to fire, minus 15 to water, 15 again to wind, and then minus 15 to star. Basic resistances, again, he is going to be a physical forte wielder, but he can also use this clawed wing thing that I still don't know the name of. His abilities are going to be Sweet Mask, Monster Allies, all stats except speed plus 11%. At any plus 1 he gets Beauty Rise, Monster Allies, damage dealt by skills plus 12. Harem, self-attack, and attack plus number of females in party times 7. So basically, the more females you have, the greater multiplier it's going to be. If you only have 1, you're doing 7% increase. If you have 2, you're doing 14% increase. Then his NE plus 7, he gets Adonic Defense, Adonic, I don't know. All allies damage taken from humanoids minus 12%. Moving on to his skills, he gets Adonis Shot. I'm just going to say Adonis because I don't really know. It goes from G plus to F. It's an AoE attack, and it, you know, also buffs your attack by 5%. Level 50, he gets Adonis Blast, which is F to F plus, another AoE, and this time it is increasing your, it is decreasing all the enemy's intelligence by 10%, and also it's based on the wind element and the attack stat. At level 20, he gets Adonic Buster, which is C to C plus, single target, and this increases his attack by 25%. Then at any plus 3, he gets this True Adonis Shot, which is C to C plus again, another AoE, but this time it is subtracting all the enemy's attack by 12%. Moving on to magic spells, at 4 he gets Charm, which bestows Forget upon the target, and Forget, if you guys don't remember, if you forgot, you know, haha, if you forgot what Forget is, you know, it's a joke. If you forgot what Forget is, that is going to be so your enemy cannot use any special moves, so, you know, they just can do the regular attack. At Mastery level 9, he gets Speed Boost, which can affect anyone on your party, and it gives them 20 to 35% increase in speed. At 15, he gets this Mega Wind, F to F plus, 40 to 35, another AoE, and this is based on the wind element and the intelligence stat, just, you know, just a wind attack, pretty much, just an AoE wind attack. At 22, he gets this Mega Speed Boost, which is the upgrade of the Speed Boost, this time increasing your ally speed by 40 to 55%. And then at level 30, he gets Slumber, which bestows Sleep on the target, which I'm pretty sure Sleep is sort of like Paralyzed, where it just, you know, skips their move if they actually get hit with it. Then moving on to his nether enhancements, again, it's just all the basic nether enhancements. He gets his abilities, he gets his unique seal, he gets some parameters up, nothing crazy. So, where do I actually think mid-boss is on our tier list here? Truth be told, when I was actually looking at mid-boss, I figured he would be one lower than Girl Laharl, but looking at him again the second time, I think he deserves just as much as this A spot that Girl Laharl has. I mean, this guy, you know, this guy's stats aren't exceptional or anything, but, you know, he has a really high attack stat, he has a really high HP stat, even his speed is, like, pretty good if you put some boots on him and stuff. I'm not super into his attributes, and I'm also not super into his abilities, but at the end of the day, his skills really carry this character. I mean, first off, your level 1 skill. This is the skill you start the character off with. It's an AoE skill, and it lowers all the enemy's attack by 5%. I mean, that's pretty good, especially if you just pulled this character. You don't really have any, you haven't farmed enough for him to get any of these magic spells or anything yet. You know, an AoE attack plus lowering all the enemies' attack by 5%. It's pretty good in my book. And then at level 50, he's getting this AoE, which also, you know, decreases their intelligence stat by 10%. And then he's getting this single target, which increases his attack by 25%, on top of him having this 41, you know, just base stat and attack. I think he's pretty good. The only thing that makes me really not want to put this character any higher than an A tier, or even, you know, not really any lower than a B tier either, are just his abilities. I don't particularly like his abilities at all. And, you know, most other characters, I would say this kind of brings them down on the tier list, but I think, you know, mid-boss, his skills just carry him that much more to where I don't really feel it's just to put him at a B or a C tier or anything like that. So yeah, all in all, I think he's a pretty solid unit. I mean, apart from his abilities, which again, they're kind of specific, which I hate, but overall, I think he's a pretty good unit. Now, do I actually recommend summoning on these two units? Because they are an A tier. They're, you know, they're pretty high up. They're good characters, right? You should definitely summon on them. Well, I'm actually not so sure, because I'm not sure on this. I'll try and find it and put it in the description if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that these two characters actually end up going in the generic pool. So, you know, these characters are on their own banner right now, right? Like these characters had their banner before them. Well, these characters aren't going to be on these characters' banner, but then these characters after their banner, they're going to be put on the generic pool so that you can pretty much summon them on any other banner. So that's kind of telling me that you should probably skip out on this banner, especially because, you know, looking back at this thing, we're getting a few pretty good characters next. I mean, I think they're probably going to put a festival somewhere in the middle of all this stuff, but as you can see, you know, we got Kyoto Needleworker and then Miss Rasbarrel. They're pretty good. I took just a small look at, you know, Kyoto and a little bit of Miss Rasbarrel. But they seem actually a bit better than even these guys. I mean, obviously, I don't know. I haven't looked into them super hard yet. But, you know, they got decent resistances. I'm liking, you know, their abilities a lot more. They have some pretty good effects on their attacks, too, like paralysis and stuff like that. And, you know, speed decreases. So, I don't know. I think, personally, I would wait. I mean, you can always go ahead and summon on these characters if you like them, and honestly, I wouldn't blame you if you would, because these are two pretty solid characters. So maybe if you just want them, maybe if you played whatever Disgaea game they actually were in before this one, because I don't know, I didn't actually play any of the Disgaea games before this mobile game, but hey, maybe if you just like the characters, you can go ahead and summon on them. But personally, I would say I would think about skipping at least, because these characters, again, they will be on the just generic pool, so you can summon them on pretty much any other banner. So, you know, maybe at the end of the day, if you don't summon on them, they can just be kind of like a lucky unit that you get when you're trying to summon another good character. So yeah, that is going to be it, guys. That's my advice. You know, you can choose to take it or leave it. That's up to you. But yeah, I personally put them in an A tier, so guys, that is going to be it. If you think these characters don't deserve an A tier, if you think they deserve God tier for some reason, or even like even an E tier or an F tier, go ahead and let me know in the comments, because I'm actually really interested to hear what you guys have to say. But yeah, like I said, that is going to be it. So guys, like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you really liked it, and thanks for watching. That's gonna be it. Sorry if this video, I can't speak. Sorry if this video is a little bit late. Again, I went camping, so it was a bit out of my control, but you know, still got it out for you in the end. So yeah, I'm gonna stop rambling. That's gonna be it. Peace.